So on today's episode, we have the 1980s American subcompact car that most people forgot about. So this thing is super clean with a rich backstory. So let's talk to the owner and find out more about it.
Hey, what's up? I'm Chris. This is my 1981 AMC Spirit GT, and you're watching East Coast Garage.
I'm sure a lot of people walk up to this and just really don't know what it is, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I've had everything from, is it a Pinto? Somebody thought it was a Datsun one time. I've had people assume it was some sort of Fox body variant. And then when I tell them it's an AMC, you just get that little, what is that? American Motors. Oh, I heard about them. They made the Gremlin, and then usually or the Pacer or something.
And the Gremlin was the predecessor to this car.
Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah, they actually shares a lot of the architecture underneath the car. Is, I can go order a Gremlin control arm or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Pinto. This really does look a lot like a Pinto now that you say it.
It's very similar. Yep.
And for the era and what AMC was doing, I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of ripped them off a little bit with this design. They're like, well, if they were successful with it, we can too.
That's right. Yeah, they were kind of trying to do everything R&D as efficiently as possible.
My favorite part about the car is that you just don't see them around here. There can't be many of these really alive to this day because they were so bad and susceptible to rusting.
Yeah.
And then to see one that's really done up, you got street slicks on the back that just give it that aggressive, stance. I love to see the headers hanging down from a distance. You walk up to the car and you can tell there's a few things done to it. The ladder bar in the back, it just makes it more aggressive, and it's just a beautiful car, really.
Yeah, it's almost a mixed match of, when you first look at it, it's like, oh, it's just an older hatchback, and then you see a couple things and it's like, all right, there's something here, there's something to it, and then you hear it, of course. And
it sounds beautiful. I just love the way this thing sounds. It's like it should have sounded from the factory because a lot of these had 4 cylinders in them back in the day that went 0 to 60 in like 15 seconds,
Yeah.
So it's definitely a lot more fun with a V8 in it. Speaking of which, you have just a beautiful, classic, small block V8 in here. Tell us more about what's going on. What do you have done?
Well, what we got is this American Motors V8. It's a 360 cubic inch. Block is factory, steel block. Factory crank, has flat top pistons. Originally had the steel AMC heads, but I went with the Edelbrock heads
nice.
Just for some cooling and a little bit more performance.
Sure.
Picked up some RPM capability with the roller rockers that are on it. Standard Edelbrock Performer intake. Edelbrock Performer carb. We got some American racing headers that were actually bolt-in, required no fabrication, no adjustments, which was, I was looking for the easy button when I picked those up. American Motors was also known for aftermarket motors company. They used bits and pieces of all the other manufacturers to kind of cut their manufacturing costs down. GM, power steering pump, AC Delco, alternator, those are factory. AMC didn't develop their own, they just bought off-the-shelf stuff that they could get. HEI distributor is obviously not factory, but it was an easy bolt-in.
Which I imagine, owning a car like this, it's pretty easy to go to the auto parts store and get what you need. Everything's kind of modular, and like you said, it just...
The engine support is there. That's about it.
Body
no body.
Interior is a little different,
pieces. No, you're gonna figure out how to be a pretty good fabricator if you need parts for that.
You said it's a roller motor too, which is great in today's age with oil quality and things like that, because if you're running a flat tappet cam, you got to make sure you have enough zinc in your oil or put a zinc additive in it. Not only that, you're freeing up a good amount of power with a roller setup.
Capability, yeah.
Sure, yeah. That's nice, man. That feels good.
Like I said, it's not mind-blowing,
Right.
But for what it is, it's...
Yeah, it's fun, and this car probably weighs 2,800 pounds.
Yeah.
So, you can make reliable power here, not break the bank, and still be pretty quick. I mean, it's a lot of fun, man. And again, I love the way it sounds. It sounds great.
Yeah.
It isn't too much. And I love the way it idles. That the cam just sings.
Yeah, it's got just enough, not a huge cam, but you know, enough to let you know there's something there.
Yeah. This is a very smooth riding car. On top of that, with, you know, it's leaf sprung in the back. Doesn't beat you up.
No. Yeah, rear leaves, and there's a lowering block on the rear.
Okay.
The front has 3/4 of a coil cut out just to get the stance that I want.
And even with you cutting the coils up front, you know, it's not harsh. A lot of times when you end up doing that, you get way different response.
You're right, and I was expecting it to be that way. I think what saved it is that the coils on this car are for a 4-cylinder. It's a little bit softer spring rate than what if it was a V8 spring. Garage, backyard alignment.
Yeah.
And it's not, I mean,
If you know what you're doing, it works.
probably a combination of knowing just enough and getting lucky.
What transmission do you have in it?
It's a Chrysler 904, but AMC spec'd it, so it's got the AMC bell housing pattern on it.
And is it all factory in there?
Yeah, this one is down to the stock torque converter. You know, I had a higher stall converter in it, but the drivability suffered a little, so I went back to the stock one.
Yeah, and you didn't build this to drag race it anyways, right?
No.
Just a cruiser? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's good because, you know, a lot of times you just get to enjoy the car for what it is more than taking it to the track every weekend and trying to be your last time and figuring out what you're going to break next.
Yes, that's exactly it, what you're going to break next. And then I do want to drive it, so to make it fast on the track, drivability is going to suffer. You know, just the nature of the beast. The rear axle in this is out of a Jeep Cherokee.
Oh, no
It's
kidding.
a Chrysler 8 1/4.
Okay.
It originally had an AMC Model 15, which is a super light duty, and there's no aftermarket, nothing for that hardly.
Oh,
There's
wow.
no lockers, there's no spools, there's no nothing. So I went with the 8 1/4 because I know there's some aftermarket support for those, and it actually has they call it a lunchbox style locker in the rear.
Okay.
I don't know, sometimes you can hear it on them turns. She'll get the clicking and carrying on, but it holds up pretty good. I had to change the spring perch orientation from a Jeep setup, but the width was perfect. I didn't have to cut it down at all or anything.
Oh, that's nice.
The drive shaft even bolted right up. You know, the Cherokee was a AMC product developed, and I think they just kept using the same stuff they had.
And then the back of it's really cool. Like, I love this little, is this a factory little duckbill?
Yes, it is a factory option, and I think it kind of sets the whole rear of the car off.
I agree. It looks very nice. And so from the factory, these weren't black, were they?
No, they were brushed aluminum.
Oh,
and then painted it just to kind of keep in line with the rest of the paint scheme.
Nice. And did you also black out this center section?
On this car, I did, but some of the other factory paint options, it would be blacked out already.
Oh, okay. It gives it such a nice flavor back here. Just a combo of colors to complement the trim and the package, the wheels. I like how you have the factory looking wheels on it. Actually, are these the factory wheels?
The front wheels are, and then for the rear, I had to go with aftermarket because I wanted to put a 15-inch. So the factory size was 14s on those, I think AMC called them turbo cast wheels.
Definitely adds a good stance to it and keeps it back in that era also.
Right.
Because a lot of modern wheels just don't look good on cars like this. Yeah, and the interior of this thing is in excellent condition, man. This is really nice.
The dash pad was good. The carpet is a kit. I found a company that actually made a molded carpet kit for the Spirit. So I spent the money on that, which of course tied it all together, made it kind of finish the look. The back seat is painted. They were tan.
Oh, no kidding.
That's the vinyl paint, and I've been real tickled with it. It held up surprisingly well.
Yeah, it looks great too. Tell me a little bit about the history of this car, how you got it, how long you've had it, things like that.
I think I've had this car probably 11 years.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And the first 7, it just sat in my garage. And it wasn't even this car that I had first. It was the same car as this, but it was a 1979, so it's a little bit older. And that one was an AMC Spirit AMX package. Can't find any body panels, no repair parts for the body.
Yeah.
That 79 had a lot of rust. They're unibody cars. The frame rails were ate up on it. This is a common thing for these Spirits. So I started looking around for a donor car, and came across this one in Dayton, Ohio, kind of the heart of the Rust Belt. So I didn't have high hopes for it, but they're just so hard to come by. And I started looking, and I was like, golly, this car is in better shape structurally than the 79 I had. So I kind of took the path of least resistance with metalwork. And I wasn't going to be able to stay true to keeping it at AMX anyway, just because of the way the parts are going to be. So I decided to make my parts car my builder, and then I used the other car as the donor.
Well, it looks great, and you did a wonderful job, really. Like,
well, thank you. Yeah,
beautiful car, man. I love it.
It's front fenders are just spray can painted.
Oh, nice.
Off the shelf color, happened to match the rest of the car. It's like a Chevrolet orange, and a little bit of wet sanding, polish in it. Like I said, it's close enough. Close enough for something that I like to drive and not worry about, you know.
Yeah, and looking at it, I would have never guessed you rattle canned it. Really, you did a great job with that.
Thank you. To me, it's kind of right where I want it to be. If I get a big chip, I can just fix that with a rattle can.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to have an AMC on here, because again, you just don't see these all the time, and it's cool to get the stories out there on how you made this car what it is, and you did just such a fantastic job with it. So I'm super happy that we had the opportunity to do this. So thanks, Chris, for giving us a ride and talking about the car, man. This thing's super cool, and I really appreciate your time and being a part of this car community here at East Coast Garage. So thank you.
Oh, it's my pleasure, man. I hope your viewers here can, you know, get some exposure to American Motors. You know, a lot of people get to see them or kind of understand that it was a domestic automaker. You know.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
Before we wrap this video up, I want to know if you've seen one of these in person or if you are familiar with this model. Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your experience with these cars. And if you like this car, you'll probably also enjoy the video where I featured this 1,000 horsepower Nash Metropolitan. Fun fact is, Nash merged with Hudson back in those days to create AMC vehicles. Anyways, thanks for checking this out, and we'll see you next time.